I wonder. All right, thank you so much, guys, for staying here with us. Now, our guest is in the studio. Our guest today is a talented dancer, artist, actor, as well as a filmmaker. He happens to be one of the pioneer video directors that revolutionized the Nigerian music video industry. Alongside his younger brother, the late Sound Sultan, they founded the Niger Ninja Entertainment Production Company. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Dari Fasasi, popularly known as Baba Dee! Yeah. Wow, it's so good to have you here, Baba Dee.
It's Splash.
Yeah.
I think this is the third time.
Yeah. Yes, your family.
Why is that when we say Niger Ninjas?
You guys to.
We must
you guys to.
Who came up with that name?
You guys
and Una said, you know, say, wait, if we don't do Niger Ninja, we could do why?
That's what.
I know. I just thought about it. Like it could. Yeah. So this is the first time I'm seeing you like in 3 years.
Yeah.
But because I see you on Instagram every day, the same thing you said to me.
Yeah,
it's like I see you every time.
Yeah.
Our condolences.
Thank you very
that
much.
one really hit us badly.
Yeah,
like
thank
no.
you very much. It's
yeah.
the hard one, hard pill to swallow.
Okay. Welcome to the show once again.
All right, it's nice to be here. It's Splash.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be here.
Yes, and I know that you've been working hard since Sound Sultan passed, you know, and you wanted to make sure that its legacy, you know, is actually held up because, you know, it was working on a particular project before he passed.
Reality
and,
check.
you know, reality check. And it's going to be out. The album is going to be out. And you've been doing media rounds. And
Yeah,
you've
the
been
album
talking
is out,
about it.
actually.
Album's out.
Okay, out. So, yes, actually.
Yeah, it's actually, we're moving to a different space in our creative industry. This is something we're trying to achieve, which is the posthumous album. You know, most of the time when an artist passes on, you just find out the legacy and everything goes down, except for Fela that's been able to sustain and the profile keep rising after death. It just fizzled off when the artist, but this time around, just like, Sultan has a lot of things in recording. He has a lot of goodwill. He has a lot of people that wants to hear him. And he was actually working on this amidst other projects before the incident happened. So as a company and as a brother and as someone that shares his creative space, I felt it's very important to get this out so that his audience and his fans can also hear Sultan again. You know, so that's the spirit behind the project. So. I got his friends and the likes of ID Kabasa that produced the work. Ifeomorig Now Music, Empire Distribution, and a couple of, we've been getting a lot of favors here and there just to make sure that this album comes out. And the album is finally out now. Reality Check, available on all music platforms. Check it out.
All right. How difficult would you say it is putting all of this together? Because I know that Sound Sultan had a very unique ear. So now, putting together this album, do you sometimes sit and think, okay, is this what he would have liked? Is it like what's the process?
All right. I've been an ARR to him somehow for over the years, you know. So I think I could tell like this is what direction to go or not to go. Yeah. And ID Kabasa played a lot of role in that because he and ID Kabasa obviously has shared this creative space to produce this album. And so I basically like let a lot of people contribute. Like ID Kabasa decided that he wants to have, okay, maybe we should throw in this guy here. Apart from Two-Face, that's a regular collaborator of Sound Sultan. We also went for a different kind of crowd, a different kind of genre. Bella Shmoda was somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Zlatan Ibile was there. And we're also working on the next part of the album that will feature some other artists as well. So it's just trying to blend in what is now and what it stands for, you know, still keeping the element.
Yeah, talking about what is now, every Thursday is when we have OGs in the studio, where we tend to ask them, do you like what you see right now in the Nigerian music industry compared to when you guys started?
Nigerian music scene is at the all-time highest. We're at our peak right now. But the only difference is that we need to own the music. We're making a huge mistake, the same mistake the Caribbeans made with reggae. So we have the best time right now. The world is looking at us. We're filling up arenas all over the world. People are there shouting Nigerian music, but how does it translate? How does it help the average person on the street? How?
How is it possible to translate it?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is it. Nigerian music is as such that everybody wants to know what is going on in Nigeria. I have people that don't know anything about Yoruba language hitting me up on Facebook in America, in Jersey, asking, what's the meaning of this language? What is Shayo? What is, you know, there's a huge interest in the culture because it's not just music, it's the culture. You understand? So how do we profit from the culture? What kind of thing where we're talking about tourism in this world?
Okay.
What attracts people? There's always an incentive attracting people, either religion, either culture, either... Afrobeat is a culture, and Afrobeat is what we have to the world. If we're filling up arenas, 20,000 capacity, 50,000 capacity, why can't we get 10,000 people in Lagos interested in visiting the home and the birthplace of Afrobeat?
Fantastic.
I know where you're going.
I am going to, yes.
I know where you're going.
I've got 2 questions from that. You just gave me, you know, that leeway to get into that question or the questions I would like to ask you. So recently, Headies was held in the US, and a lot of people were cross about it. Why? Now, that's 1. 2, I saw you expressing your displeasure about Afrobeat, the backstory. Ayoshunaya did on Netflix.
Oh my God.
And I'd really like to have your thoughts about this, like the first one.
The Headies.
Okay, we'll take them one at a time.
Yes.
Right now, I just don't, I'm not there speaking like Kanye West. I just say what I like.
Yes!
Right now, I don't,
Crazy!
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I like it.
I've done
Yeah.
everything. I don't care. So right now, Ed is going to
Atlanta. Yeah.
That's the best decision anybody has ever taken in a long time. Let me tell you, a South African won't do that, a Namibian won't do that, a Gambian won't do that. It only takes Nigerian spirit to achieve that. You know why? Because we're owning the narrative. In the next 2 years down, somebody's going to tell you Afrobeat started in London, or somebody's going to come.
Billboard actually did.
No, somebody almost
Except
told
Beyonce
us.
and Drake. Everybody came for them like, how dare you?
If you don't control your narrative, somebody's going to tell us bullshit and start telling us lies. So what Eddie's has been able to do is stamp the authority as the first Afrobeat award, rewarding the right thing. So right now, if they're going to do something, they have to step up their game or partner with Eddie's.
Yeah, true.
That is how it is. So we are Nigerians. It only takes a Nigerian spirit to be able to achieve that. This young man went against all odds, all possible odds, went in there like a real Nigerian like we are, rather than hearing everybody talking about that. Just clap for him for taking this music and this culture, positioning it in the global stage and being there amongst everybody. So for anything else, I don't want to know anything. For the effort that this young man has taken to take us to that platform, we should be celebrating him.
Okay.
Because this is Afrobeat. This is what we started. It's no longer... Look, Afrobeat is no longer Lagos.
Yeah, true.
Afrobeat is no longer Festac. Afrobeat is a global thing. And if we're not positioning ourselves in the global space, somebody will help us position it and change the narrative.
Okay, talking about the narrative, so Ayoshinaya tried to do that by putting up Afrobeat, the backstory.
Ayo just did his own thing, you know. Basically, that's why I felt like, you know, sometimes we have to get the stories right. Yo, we ain't dead. We're all here. Nobody's dead. Afrobeat, I'll tell you how it started to this point, It was not a player, and that came in later on. No, it didn't. It wasn't well placed. It wasn't well placed. And a lot of people say, Baba Dee, why don't you just tell the story? I can't do everything, man. But if you're going to do something, why don't you research a thing and do it properly? Why don't you research the thing? He did his own thing. He told it from the angle.
From his own angle.
From the angle that he came in London. Afrobeat was buzzing in Lagos before London jumped on it. London jumped on it because Afrobeat was buzzing in Lagos. So you can't change the position. I heard somebody saying London is the capital of Afrobeat. That's like a arrow to my heart. London is the capital of Afrobeat. What? From where to where? Afrobeat is homegrown. It's what we did that we had to break in a lot of ice. We had to go in and break this ice. There are radio stations that refused to play Nigerian music.
True.
That was hip-hop at a particular point in this time. There was television stations that didn't play our musical video. I had a television program then way back, maybe Jasmine posted.
I saw that.
That was way back 2000. Look, that was like 20-something
Sound Sultan
years
will
ago.
randomly just come out, say something, go back.
You understand? That was the foundation. That was the beginning. You can't take all that away and then jump into the middle story and want to save that, because people are just coming in. Some people just discovered Afrobeat 5 years ago. Some people are going to discover Afrobeat tomorrow. Some people, but what is the, how did you get here? If you're going to tell the story of how we're getting here, you better tell it from the right side, man. I'll tell you that.
To play the devil's
that's why I shout out to him. I don't have anything
against
him. He's a great Egmont and all that. But when things like this come out, you don't shy away from it and say, no, because you don't want to hurt nobody. No, do it properly, man. Do it properly. Anybody trying to tell the Afrobeat story, tell it properly.
I think Obiasika too has one.
Yeah, Obiasika has.
Yeah, Obiasika and what they did was a little bit more thorough than what Ayo did, because they
I
went
think
back.
Bankole too is trying
Working
to
on
do
something.
A lot of people are coming in to jump on Afrobeat right now. A lot of people are telling the stories, even the one that met it halfway and the ones that met it and the one that discovered it along the way. But what we're just saying is that, look, we're not all dead. There are people here. Even JB is gone. Look, what is the beginning? What is Afrobeat? What is Afrobeat? How did it started? Who were the first people who were the pioneers? Who were the people that named this culture? Who were the people that defined this? What moments put this Afrobeat on the map to say, these are the moments, the transition moments? Somebody said Djanda and John Bazzi came from London to form Afrobeat. I'm like, oh my God.
The fact that some people cannot even tell the difference between Afrobeat and Afrobeat.
Yeah, that's a new phenomenon, because people came in and say, okay, because they decide to lump us all together and call us Afrobeat. So we use this S to define Fela's original Afrobeat. Yeah. And then the group, all of us are come together, put us there. And they put an S to it and say, okay, this is Afrobeat. So if we understand the two difference of that, we'll be able to say, okay, this is where we stand and this is where we stand. Of course, nobody's touching Fela's Afrobeat.
Yeah, most deaf.
Nobody's touching that.
We ain't touching
that.
You can't.
You can't even, because we know what it is. So nobody's touching that. But what we have right now that we call Afrobeats, that is becoming is as a result of effort of some people. It's a result of years of work and dedication of some people. So it's very wrong when you come in and twist the narrative to your favor. Some of us are going to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Baba Dee, like you said, you're like the Kanye, like you just say it as it is.
I don't care again.
Yeah, I remember during the memorial for the late Sound Sultan, and you put up post and saying there are a whole lot of fake friends. Who couldn't even post as regards the situation.
No, I guess that was just me being overtly emotional. You know, I was just pained by a lot of things. A lot of things that went down there that people didn't see, and a lot of pain, you know, that went in there. And it's actually very painful when some things happen. I was saying a lot of things I didn't even know I said that that period, because one, I was like, P-Square, you guys try and find it. Because I really felt it. I was talking from inside there, not to disrespect them or disrespect anybody or to put, but it's like what I was feeling at that point. And then with the issue of it was just some people that you can't even call it. You call yourself his friend. You can't even reach out to his wife or reach out, and then you keep posting and you're using it to gather content. People are funny, you know. So that's why I was just no harms intended.
That's the normal Nigerian.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to go on a quick break. When we come back, Baba Dee is still going to be in the building chatting with us.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We still have the multi-talented OG Baba Dee right here in the building.
Yes.
You were talking about that video. You were talking about your favorite part.
Good looking.
And you said that should have been the hook, because
that's the part that turns up when I'm performing or singing. That's the part that turns people. Hard girls say you look good.
You look good. Because I remember that I asked Sound Sultan once. I think I asked him that question, how you'd know when you're actually doing a song that it will blow. You know, because sometimes we talk about fame, we talk about the music industry, how it's going and all that. And you say that there are people who are really, really talented and they're not really popping. And then, you know, maybe they just do one song one day and then it blows. And then you're like, how did you even know? And they're like, they're even in shock. Because
that's Pyro's story, man. Pyro's been on the ground forever, man. You guys know
Yeah.
That's a big one.
the guy's been on the ground forever. I was telling somebody that it was 2007 or so. The guy has been on the ground like that, and now people are just discovering him. So you just have to be persistent, and you have to continue.
Yeah, I want to say that the entire team is doing such a good job keeping Sound Sultan's memory alive. Like, I like seeing when I see the posts, like the one about Olumide Oyedeji.
Yeah.
and all that, like,
You know, Olumide Oyedeji is somebody that is very close to Sultan, as friends and everything. And Sultan always attends the
basketball. I actually played I think it was Face Off.
You played there. This height, you put this height to you somewhere. So now we're having another one now.
Yes,
we're partnering with Olumide Oyedeji Foundation and Niger Ninja. We're having a 2-day tournament in honor of Sound Sultan in his favorite court. That's in Festac Town. So it's going to be street basketball at its best. And it's invitational. The winner gets, the winning team gets some cash prizes, and then we have a celebrity game in there. And that's scheduled for December, so it's going to be good for all basketball lovers to turn that. And then same December, we're having the Festac Music Festival. That's an annual concert that we're curators of, and we've always had it. This is a 6th edition, and we hope that this year it gets to be a 5 days event. You know, I miss everything. And also Sultan's Airpod.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Fantastic.
That's the freshest thing out here now. It's different from all airpods. You need to cop that airpod because it's...
Oh, shit.
Was it planning that before it passed?
The airpod came up. It was a discussion, something in discussion. Before it left, but after it left, the managers of his creative estate, which is Now Music, that we partner with, was able to take it all through. So right now we have a conclusion. The airports are ready in Nigeria, and we're going to put up the airports for people to see.
And I think there was one event too that somebody won something that you were a judge.
That was also the clothing line, Niger Ninja clothing line that we're part of. This NAC clothing. So it's a partnership. So most of these things we're doing synergy with other people, and this is where the entertainment thing should go right now. There should be a lot of working together. So there's a synergy with NAC clothing line, Niger Ninja. So we're putting up Sound Sultan clothing line for the internal brand. And we're throwing a designer competition. So we can have new designers come in, and somebody won ₦1 million.
Fantastic.
And the person now is the official designer for Sound Sultan Internal. And the brand is going to be released out there. You know?
All right.
Talk about Niger Ninja. Alpha. We had Kamal, we had Blacker, we had Young Grace.
They all are abroad.
What's up with Niger Ninja now? Do we get to... Everybody don't run. Is Niger Ninja still
we are a record label and a very top one at that. And by everything you see going on, you know that we're not slowing down. So we keep gassing in, and we're still going in. We have the film aspect of it, and we're coming up with a new film. We're coming up with a new film in 2003. We have this EP by Sultan that's just dropped. I'll be dropping an EP before the end of the year.
Interesting.
But I'm not saying that not in the same breath as Sultan. So let's have this. So that's just plan of the work. And then we have the basketball tournament. We have the clothing line coming up. We have the airports, and then we have the official memorial concert, Festac Music Festival, where we memorize Sound Sultan, and that's going to be happening from the 27th to the 31st of December. So we're very busy.
So no artists under Niger Ninja for now?
Right now we are in, I wouldn't like to mention names because we haven't put pen to paper. So I've been doing that right now, but we do have an artist. We do have an artist, and the artist too is warming up, and it's good to go already.
Great. I saw a write-up you did, and then you were talking about how Sound Sultan followed you all the way, of course, and then, you know, he was doing stuff, he started into music, I mean, all of this. And then at some point, you asked him to write a song for somebody, and the person felt, why? How would you say? And that the person was making a mistake. It was when, after I did that, that you felt, whoa, let me just back down, because what? This guy has come to, you know.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, I saw Sound Sultan before the world. You understand? Before the world could see his talent, I saw his talent, and I was just bent on supporting him. That's why when I was doing that program, he had a segment.
Yes.
Everything I've always done, he's always had something. So Sultan is a very good writer, and the world hasn't seen him then. So I was doing my own, but I was out there, and I was writing. And this guy, the guy is big, right? But he came up to me, and I had written one song for him, and he kept coming in for more. I'm like, look, dude, let me just help you. My brother can write good song for you, and the guy took offense.
But afterwards,
He took offense. because I'm coming to meet you, you want to send me to your younger brother. You want to do this, do that. I said, no, this guy said, no, don't tell me that.
Wow.
I don't even like this kind of thing. 5 years down the line, he's coming to beg to...
I beg you.
I tell your brother to write for me. I said, this guy can write. He writes better than me. I realized that the songs was getting better and better and better and better for like... And I knew, like, it was going places. So I told this guy, like, meet him, let him write some things for you. He thought I was just trying to diss him or something like that. But
would you say that we have not learned that thing of designating duties?
That's why people die. That's why brand dies. That's why artists die. That's why you never hear about that. Look, dude, I'm not, alhamdulillah, thank God, I've been on this thing for 30 years. Yeah, actively. I won Lucky Sunsplash in 95. This is what we're still doing. I just... granted interview where some people say like they voted me one of the top creatives in Nigeria and comment, and we're still active in this thing, you know. And Sultan did it till he went to grave, because you learn to work with synergy, you learn to extend, you learn to keep relationship, you don't bond relationship, you learn to extend. Because I know a lot of people that are like I met like 20 years ago that are behind the cameras that are like top producer somewhere now. You know, it's a relationship. You know, it's like theater arts. When you work together, there's this connect, and you guys just kind of move around and everything. So when you'll be surprised that some camera guy sees me, and before I even say hello to anybody, what's going on? This is a dude that we've been maybe on set together for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So you have to create that synergy. You have to be about something, and then you have to be able to move to the next. Yeah. Because nobody's going to be there forever.
Very true. Speaking about nobody being there forever, I know how after a while people can start wanting to make up fake pages, and you had that incident where somebody hacked Sound Sultan's page.
Instagram page.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, but right now, I just feel sorry for the guy, you know. I just feel sorry for the guy. If you're watching this, Victor, everybody has forgiven you. We don't have any grudge against you. Like I tell you, wish you well with your health and everything. It's a product of the society that we find ourselves. These are young boys that have been denied all the basic opportunity, and they have to eat somehow. I'm not justifying what they're doing as hustlers and internet scam people, but I mean, there's just a limit to it. He made a big mistake. There's some things that you shouldn't even go into. You shouldn't touch him. And if you touch somebody that we love like that, the whole world is going to come for you. True. And he got arrested, but I made sure he was released before I left the country. And
as an OG in the game, what kind of advice would you give young guys, artists, filmmakers, actors, directors, because you've done it all?
Everything.
What kind of advice would you give these guys?
You should stay hungry. Yes, so you have to stay hungry, and then you have to think about the next, and don't narrow yourself to one thing. You understand? Because things change. A lot of things change. Like, if you're a presenter right now, maybe you have other talents in acting. Don't limit it. You go for it.
She can sing, by the way.
You go for it. Other part is doing well with her. She's doing well with her content.
Yeah, but she can't. Baba Dee, she can't sing. Have you heard of
I've heard her on Instagram. I follow her content.
Oh my God.
I followed her on Instagram, so I've heard her on Instagram. So basically, you just have to look for the nest. You have to stay hungry and look for the nest. Look for the nest, because people keep moving. People keep moving. So just look for the nest. If you're doing this, use it as a springboard to something else, and to something else, and to something else. And if you're an aspiring musician, before you have that break, why don't you learn sound engineering? Or go to pick up a course on music distribution and things like that. So you have to keep it like that. I know it was like we were schooled in this thing, but it's not everybody that has that opportunity. So right now it's about skill acquisition.
True.
Like a lot of people are running away from Nigeria right now.
And you must learn something to be able to function.
If you want to jackpot, I tell people, like, learn to be a barber, learn to be a plumber, learn to be a mechanic.
Learn something.
Learn to be a mechanic. You're going to have you're going to have a softer landing board with somebody than somebody that has a certificate.
Very true. All right, so finally, reality check. So music videos coming out. What can we expect?
We slam Friends every time. By
Friends is very special because Sultan. That's very. I remember him on his sick bed sending me the song before it was mixed and said like, "Oh, you need to hear this." And I was like, "Yo, this vibe is good. This we're going to shoot the video in America before you go back. This is what you're going to take back to Nigeria and everything." And he already started collecting videos from his friends, sending him friends before the incident happened. So that's why Friends is a very touching one.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
likes of Dari, I think Rugged Man did his own, and a couple of other people that he was reaching out to already before that. So that Friends is him celebrating. It's like a gift because he felt love, you know. Towards the end, he felt love because the love was overwhelming. Everybody from all over the world was reaching out to him at the point that he was most vulnerable, so he felt friend. So that's why the first single, Friend, came out.
Because I would also say that Sound Sultan was a very good friend to like everybody.
A lot of people
came in.
Somebody said this, if they could check Guinness Book of Record for the most amount of best friends.
It's Sound Sultan.
Sultan would tick that. It would tick that.
Listen, my guy, now
said it would tick that. A lot of people feel like he's their best friend. And,
one that I would never even forget. I saw him. No, he saw me at an event, and I was in the crowd. And then he just did like this, and I looked, and it was Sound Sultan. Like, that memory is, like, forever.
Yeah, I mean, we all have very good memories of Sound Sultan. I think mine was always Instagram Live. When you tackle me, oh, you think I play basketball? Don't worry. Or he's like, oh, come and rap early morning. I'm like, why are you stressing my life?
Amazing.
But his legacy definitely lives on. Thank you so much for all the good work that you put in, you and the entire team.
Thank you.